Hello. Here we are. Do y'all remember this guy? Jumping right in. I remember this guy. And I think we did a good effort. We did a good effort. But we can do it better. We've been through some things. And I think we can do it better. So we're going to try this one more time. But this time we're going to sculpt him. We got some new tricks up our sleeve. And I think we can do it better. And have a few more features that we couldn't really fit into the method that we were doing before. Like extruding the eye into something more than just a texture, but an actual eyelid. Some better sculpting around the mouth. I'm thinking fur texture. I'm thinking ribs in the ear. Some batty wing ribbing as well, like some kind of like leather texture. I think will do well here. Better claws. I wasn't crazy about the feet the first time around. They're functional for like maybe a PS1 aesthetic kind of thing. But if I had to be honest, I want to do a thicker tail, more thickness to the ears, more toesy details into the feet, and more clawy claws. These are my hopes that I think we can get there with some sculpting. So that's going to be our homework. I'm going to keep this guy visible. I guess we can jump into material viewport if nothing else. And I'm going to move you where I can still look at you, but not that way. Just a moment. There we go. Hiya Zergling, hiya Defiant. A neat little creature, thank you. We're gonna try to do it again, but do it better. I think we can do it better. I'm just gonna move this little guy out of the way. Maybe I could keep him in the center and use you like a starting point. You know? You're already all unwrapped and cut and stuff. Just to make sure I don't mess this up, I'll duplicate this whole collection and remove you completely. And you will be the one that we start messing with. There's no modifiers to worry about, so that's nice. Do I want to just dump a bunch of topology on you and then like go from there? If I just take you into sculpt mode, error changing modes, why? Mais pourquoi? I'm in object mode. I have an object selected. I want to then go into sculpt mode. I guess I can do it now. Who knows? Who knows? Hiya, Jojo. How's it going? We got our critter from Halloween, and we're trying to freshen them up and give them some more detail. With all of our new sculpting skills. We'll see how it goes. I think I need to use whatever this thing was. And just dump a bunch of squares on you. Ooh. You're gonna look funny. You're gonna look funny for a little while. Just let me see what your actual mesh looks like now. Ooh. Ooh. I need to clear all these seams. Just no seams whatsoever. No anything. We need to stop even looking at it like that. Okay. I think with symmetry on, this will work. Hopefully. And from here, maybe we can start with, what am I looking for? Over here, sculpt mode, din topo on, we don't care about that. And you are looking real cubey. The first thing I see is that you're looking real cubey. And what else can I do first? Probably soften. I think we'll just take a pass at softening some of the stuff that we've just done. Not really introducing geometry or anything yet. I'm just trying to make something that's nicer as a starting point to look at. A little better. And let's get a bigger few sweeps across. And I don't know if we're going to get to retopology or anything like that, but we're going to try. We're going to try to get through the sculpt and get through the retopology. And maybe if we're kind of sort of lucky, I guess, we can texture it again. Who knows? There's been an update too to UchiPaint. Just had an update today. I picked up the new version, so we'll see if it works, if we get that far. I think some masks now come by default, so maybe that'll make setting up our masking layers a little easier. Like, I figured out finally how it's working, just getting it all set up still trips me up now and then. I'm kind of excited to see if that works better now. Smooth, 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 smooth. So nice, so smooth. Ooh, this is gnarly though. Just gonna smooth those bad parts away. And does it work on the other side? Kinda. Don't worry about that right now. We'll probably delete the other half later anyway. Let's just focus on the right side for now. I can hear my computer starting to take off, and now I'm kind of wondering why. Like, did I actually do anything to throw it off that hard? We haven't even started. That's not a good sign. Uh-oh. Maybe that's enough smoothing for starters. And we can go and start cleaning up our creasing. I kind of want to see how I'm affecting the geometry while I'm doing this though. So let me see if I can turn that back on. Where's the wireframe? There's the wireframe. I don't want to see it that well though. Like, just a little. Just a little bit. Is that not it? It's this. It's this. Okay. I just want to see this a little bit. That's better. Here we go. Grease, 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 grease. And maybe I can pull. I'm gonna have to grab this quite generously. Oh no, I forgot the new mouse is weird. Is it still functional? Okay, I have a new mouse today, and this one does not have the hotkeys I'm used to. So now I have to manually do a few things. Turn strength and radius, I think. Just gonna try to grab a huge swath here and just pull it into more of a leggy shape. Too strong. Too strong. Too strong. Is that about it? Just inward a little more, you know? I'm not super sure if I want to go like full, like drumstick leg or not. Maybe widening is kind of the way here to go. Uh-oh, I'm already seeing advice from Pixel Tuner. Oh, okay. It's from something else. I'm safe. For now. Okay, so we have a better kneecap, kind of more defined now. Maybe I can split the toe into two different things here. I feel like just cutting straight in. Like, should crease be the way to go? I don't want to cut these toes open and add a new one. I will just make a little cut here with way, way less scale. And then from there, you can define it a little better and pull them apart. Perhaps like that. I'll just like give a bit more curve on the bottom of the feet here so that I have like a little bit of room for the toe to kind of come out of the heel. I think I want to add a toe back there, and I want it to curl. I'm just sort of working this from two angles right now. Okay, I want less radius but more strength so I can pull these toes apart. Less radius, more strength. Try to get these toes pulled open. Make them a little more clawy. Oh, they're getting pretty deformed. This is fine, this is fine. And we just need to pull this one as well. Maybe we can blob it back out. Oof, too much blob. And let's get that toe going. I think this foot needs more width. So let's get that going. A little more width in the foot on the hole. Okay. Is it too clawy? I don't know. Problem for later. This needs to be way puffier in the back, I think. Like there. And then we can kind of push the interior of the ear in a lot more than we had before. Get that nice and rounded out. And we can push in a little bit. Maybe a little more. More. Okay, got that going for us. Let me smooth out some of the gnarliness happening back here. Our big old chicken leg. I think I just need to blob the feet, if for nothing else, than to give them more tries to work with. You know, like that. Boop, boop, boop. And then when we smooth it out, won't fight me so much. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Kind of want to keep that little heel detail though. Let me try not to lose that too much. And I will pull this in a good bit more than that. And maybe hook this little claw a little bit more. Just sharpening it a little bit. I did not mean to jump frames. Why is that even there? Just get out of there. Okay, it's a little more softened claw. That needs to puff up a bit more. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. It's probably a part of the problem. We need to claw up a little more. Here too. Let's try to round that off. I'm kind of avoiding a lot of the other tools that might make this easier because I just want to master the few tools I started with first. I don't know if that's the best approach. Increase this a little more. Maybe a more general creasiness. I don't know, is that too much to have it on the inside of the leg? Here, like that. Messy, messy, messy. Not really sure what the best approach is there yet. No, that's too strong. Too strong. Just trying to lean it a little bit better. Should I like go ahead and delete everything on the other side so that it actually looks like our model. Because it's not looking very even. I don't know if we delete everything down the middle if it'll act right. Let me try it real quick and give it a save. Ooh, I'm gonna jump into edit mode and just try to, well, with the right frame on, grab everything on this side and delete it. I don't know if that's the best way to do this, really, but I need it to behave. And just to see if this helps to get rid of, see all this gnarly geometry down the middle? I'm gonna try the R key again to see if it cleans that up. Like that. And it seems like it got some of it, but not all of it. No, it's good and sealed now. There's some weird bumps there, but that'll smooth out. Much better. Maybe now it'll actually act right when we're trying to sculpt it with the mirror mode on. I'm gonna get some face details going. Give me clay strips. Is Dentopa on right now? No. So mean. I think that's okay. I'm gonna leave it alone until I know what that does a little bit better. Is that big enough? No, we want big, big, big eye. Like up to here at the very least. Like there, maybe? Nope. Further up. Further up. Okay. I think that's our height for this. And then for the rest, we'll start pushing in where the eye is supposed to go. Scooping all that out. Scoop, 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 scoop. It's gonna look a little weird for a little bit, but we're gonna put another eye in there, so don't worry. I've got a plan. Not 100% sold on my own plan, but you know. Just enough room for the eye to hang out in. Let me smooth that a little bit. Can I sharpen it up a bit? I don't know. Maybe? Just gonna pull the eyelid a bit more open. And maybe I can crease that a little better. Oof, okay, no plateau. That's not what I'm after. Is this kind of what I'm after? Just to like pinchy. Pinchy. Doesn't seem to really be pinching though. Is there a way to like affect the intensity of that? It's a tough angle to work here. Hold on. Okay, I think that's it. Let's smooth some of this out. And maybe I can build a better crease for that little eyelid junction. Like that. Smooth out the back end of it. There, you got a nice little ridge of eyelid to work with. Let's do the same at the bottom. Probably this much. Smooth. A little less on the bottom than the top. But defined enough. Let's get another eyeball going. And jump into object. And add a round cube. Get it kind of in the ballpark of what I want. There-ish, perhaps. Still a bit bulbous, but we can do the next part. And shade you smooth. And let's add a lattice and get you into position next. You might have to see into the model to do this right. And a little bigger. There, I think that catches it. And you are going to have lattice modifier from here. And then on you, I can add, where was it? Here you are. Just a couple more cuts to work with. Now our eyeball is kind of doing the right thing. Still a bit buggy, but we can work on that. Fill these out on the X and bring them back until they're kind of in the way that I want. Okay, I think I want more at the bottom out. There we go. I think that's our lattice. And from here, we don't need to look at this. It's doing its job. Ta-da! It's still a little lumpy, but it's still a bit more detailed than we were able to get away with before, so I consider that a win. Now, how can I polish up on you? Back into sculpting. We're going to clean up some of our remesh from earlier. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Smooth, smooth. And let's add your mouth a little more. I'm going to smooth out the original and give you a new one. High strength, low radius. Little boop. That's far enough. And now we can go with the mouth like that, maybe? Or should I clay strip? Ooh, I don't know. I don't like that mixed build-up that comes with clay strip. Or maybe the trick is to like sculpt in from where the mouth is going to be. So let's try that instead. Going to move negatively with some clay strips. That's still too wide. Blob. Let's do it with blob. Maybe I can just do a soft little lift around here instead. Smoothing it out. And from there, maybe we can crease in the teeth and stuff. Maybe like a sharp, sharp crease. Right in here. Oh, this is off again. That's what's happening to me. Wish I could lock that. Okay, let me just try to clean a little. It just hit you that maybe I'm a Monster Rancher fan? Oh my goodness. It's totally not a Suezo or a Pixie or some kind of triple monster combination between a Suezo, a Pixie, and a what are they called? Mew? The little stuffed cats? Totally not that. Oh, we Defiant watched the old Monster Rancher, like the animated series. I liked it too. I didn't get all the episodes. I didn't get to see all the episodes, but I liked the show that I got to see. What am I doing here? I want this to be more even. Like a better starting point. But smooth is so overgeneralizing. Maybe if I just do like one huge sweep real quick. A bit better. Heck yeah, they broadcast it on German TV when you were a kid. Nice. You learned German from it? Or probably from it and a whole bunch of other stuff I met, but that's really cool. I think they have different voice actors, right, across several languages, and it kind of can change the whole appearance and character of the show. And you know the old Pokemon animated series? I've seen bits of like the French translation of all of the water type Pokemon becomes like overly there's no other way to say it, overly sexual voice acting of things like Starmie, the Pokemon, for no reason at all. And it just changes the whole image that I have of Pokemon in that language. It makes me wonder what like the voice acting in German of like Tiger from Monster Rancher would be like. Do I want to sculpt the teeth too? I think I need to like do the same thing with the eye, but with the teeth. And the thing about that is like, I'm scared too. Because they're so disconnected. I don't want to put them in the same mesh. I feel like I'm gonna have to put them in the same mesh, but I don't want to. Let me just work on this nose for a second in the meantime. Let's see if I can like crease in a little bit. Whoa! The little bits of nose that I want to have here. Crease, 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 crease. Crease, crease, crease. Crease, 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 crease. Like that. Germany just aired Ron Mahaf to like 10-year-olds. I mean, bold choice. I know about some of what happens in that show. It's a choice. Some children learned a lot really fast, I'm sure. I wish I could just like pinch up the edge of something. And it feels like this should be the tool that does it. But it's not acting like it. What does this do? Nope. Not that. I don't know what that's supposed to do, but it ain't that either. Seems like all it's doing is adding triangles. It's animated, it's for kids. Sure. So is Devilman, but we don't put that on Nickelodeon. You learned a lot about Chinese cat girls, that's for sure. Yeah. What is the point of this brush? I want you to be pinching these edges. Ooh, strength high radius. Who knows? What in the world? Oh, goodness, never mind. Not you. I mean, by all accounts, it should be this guy. But he's just not really wanting to do it. At this point, I think I'm just going to manually pinch it my own way. Maybe I can plateau it to help it along. Nope. It's simultaneously kind of doing the thing and then making it worse. I don't know. I think Dragon Ball Z is safer than Ranma half, though. Like, original Dragon Ball, that's fine, I agree with. Airing on TV, totally fine. But if you're airing Ranma half, you might as well be comfortable with Dragon Ball Z. Okay, maybe that's good enough for now. Ranma's violence is a lot more cartoony. Don't want to get seriously hurt, that's fair. Yeah, I think they were just more more liberal about boob visibility. Should I have like more cheek going on there? Additive, let's get additive. You know, like come out this far. All right. I'm not super sure. I feel like there's got to be something there, you know? Goku patting Bulma's underwear? I don't remember that scene. It sounds like something they would write, though. And just little cheek bits there. That sounds about right. If I add like a secondary little bit of eyelid here, does that become too lumpy and weird? Perhaps. Perhaps. I'm not really happy with the the lid of the eye currently. Oh, wrong way. That way. Maybe like that. Super early episodes were kind of wild. Then it only happened around Master Roshi. Yeah. I guess they didn't have things like Adult Swim in Germany. I'm not sure, but it was a bit of a new concept for us at the time back in the States. And try to plateau again. Gotta get a handle on that tool. What is the point of this brush? There's gotta be a point to it. Different cultural standards on what they think is appropriate for kids. Yeah. Europe is less worried about bare boobs. Yeah, we can't be having bare boobs in the States. Unless, of course, it is a guy. Walking around in broad daylight without a shirt on. Because that's the standard we like to set. Oh, I'm just fussing over nothing, this thing. I need to leave it alone. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna wipe this whole area out because I don't like it. I don't like it, it goes away. Oof. There's way too much scale, I think. I just wanted to define this little corner of the eye a bit more. Maybe I have to get real zoomed up to do it. There we go. I just want to have a little soft bump there. Fussy, fussy, fussing over nothing. And one more time, we'll try clay strips this time. Not quite like that, huh? We just try to go around the edge. I don't know. I should stop touching it. Try to get these wings looking better. I want a bigger joint down here. And it should be wider going into there, I think. I'll pull that up and in and up and in. Increase it. A little more defined. It doesn't feel like Dentopo is really doing what I want. I'm gonna try and mess with the setting here because I don't actually like being zoomed all the way in on something to add more geometry. Okay, maybe that's what I need to do. Just need to mess with this part a little more. I think that's good. There we are. Did y'all ever play Monster Rancher? Like the game? They remade it, or not remade it. They released a remaster in the pandemic era, which already feels so far away. And while you can't put like PlayStation style, grab all your CD collection and see what monsters you got, you can still type in albums, and it has a database that it's checking that generates the code that used to. So you get the same feel. Only now you don't have to own a million CDs to be ultimately powerful. Didn't quite get it and lost interest. Yeah, it's not for everyone. It's got a weird combat system too, but I kind of miss that combat system. Your distance from your opponent mattered a lot more. And it was like a constant arm wrestling match just to kind of maintain willpower and distance. And I kind of liked that as a mechanic. But I haven't really seen it the same way since. What is happening here? Smooth, smooth, smooth. Smooth, smooth. Smooth, smooth. Nope. 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 None of that. How do I want to do that? Probably crease in here real quick. Get a bit more definition there. And blob up here. Smooth, smooth, smooth. You know what I keep thinking of every time I say that? I'm thinking of Dark Souls. So nice, so smooth. The little crows that you give shiny things to. Give me smooth, give me shiny. Yes, that's the one. Alright, maybe I can add a little thumb now. Like if I just try clay strips, but probably will ultimately settle on blob to try to get a little thumb claw. Maybe I can pull it sharp. Maybe now that I've gotten the taste for sculpting, I should look at some more tutorials that are more like in-depth use cases for some of these tools. Because I think I could work faster if I just understood some of the other tools in the box and how to use them. It's like, while I can eventually get there, pushing and pulling and smoothing and pushing and pulling and smoothing, it's probably not the best in terms of flow. It leads to me having to clean up on almost every action I take. And I know that there's a better way. Trying to give it a little curvy claw. Come on. Push and pull. Push and pull. What a struggle this thing gives me. Try to blob tool a little. See if I can clear some of that thinness we've introduced. A little more to the left. Or so I thought. Is it not? Oh, this thing. I'll go with radius too. There we go. It's something. What does this do? Oh, nope. I'm leaving that alone. Too strong, I think. Work on the back of the wing a little bit. Just trying to get the gnarly bits out so we have a workable surface. That seems to do it. And where's the crease? Really driving that home. What is Blob actually trying to do? Because it's not doing what I'm telling it to do. So I'm trying to add a little bit more spining along here. That's not what it seems to be hearing. I think what I actually liked about why I tend towards Digimon and Monster Rancher as opposed to like Pokemon is that Pokemon is safe. It just wants to boil down the formula of what it knows you'll engage with. But Digimon and Monster Rancher and things like this, you will not find weirder creatures. Like, this is my Nannymon. He is a head with 4 limbs and looks like a chain smoker. But he's also an ultimate level Digimon. This is my my worm. This is actually an enormous insect. I found it in the yard. And I'm going to fight your 30-year-old man in a costume with my stuffed teddy bear. As Karina from Drawfee said, you'll get a Charizard with a gun, Charizard with a gun wearing pants, and then Professor Oak in BDSM gear. Yes. I remember some of my favorite Monster Rancher moments were like this era that happened in my childhood that I didn't know you could have happen because I had raised like hundreds of monsters and I played in the before times, like before I had access to the internet or guides about how to raise your little monster buddy or weird secrets to unlocking new monsters and stuff. And I used to raise a lot of worms. And at one point, my worm went into a chrysalis and I was freaking out because I had never had that happen. And when it came out, it was a block. I don't need to clarify that, I think. Can you even Google what this is? Monster Rancher. I lost my worm, but gained cube. Monol, I think that's what it was called. This is what my worm turned into. Brick. Look at him, he's so angular. He's so strong. He doesn't have to fight monsters, he just has to fall over on them. Marvel as I reach my planar form. Brick. Saving the day with the power of friendship and this brick I found. It turned into the monolith from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah, I mean, it did. I'm making some big and dangerous changes real quick. Just to see if it kind of looks cool. And I think it kind of looks cool, so that's what we're gonna do. Any minute now, it's gonna inspire a monkey to club another monkey with a femur. Truly the most powerful and terrifying of all the monster ranchers. Dragon? No. Monolith. At the source of all creation. I need to quit slapping myself in the image, like in the face with just this JPEG that I refuse to get rid of in the back. I think I like that little bit of puff in the wings. Kind of just does something to help it out. This... Okay. 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 You? Okay, you. Okay, you in particular, you? Go over here. Stop it. Get help. What's scarier than a dragon? I don't know. The concept of knowledge and sentience and the seeming inevitability of living creatures using those to bludgeon the bejesus out of each other? Jesus, fella just sat down. What am I doing? Why is it kind of pushing before anything else? Just trying to get it a little more to the right. Okay. You know, it'd be really cool if I could like put a little notch right here with the dentopo on, with the dentopo active. Thank you. Maybe I have to like come in from the bottom here. Yeah, man. Like there, little notches, you know? Something to figure out for later. Is it time to address the tail? The only thing I think I actually want to do is make it fluffier. Like, more poof. Way more poof. Outward. Maybe that's too much poof. A little less poof. An appropriate amount of poof, please. And we'll just smooth out this little hole that did not need to be there. A little sharp, a little sharp. Okay, I'm gonna smooth the inside. Boop, boop, boop. Smooth, smooth, smooth. And then we'll add some ridges along the inside. Along the inside. Right here. Is that too close to the bed of the ear? How many can we get away with? Try to tuck it into the tip of the ear a bit more, the top cut. And then we can get closer to having enough room for that third little line. And maybe that's too sharp. I'll try to tap it away a little bit. Tap, 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 tap. I want a little, not a lot. Like a little in the middle, but I want to keep the back. A little like that. I think I'm happy with that. That seems a bit better. I'm going to try something probably unwise. I'm going to save that and add a round cube. And what I'm thinking is that I'll carve the teeth in there. Oh, that's gonna fight me a little bit, but it's okay. Into sculpt mode. With this on. And I'll start pulling and pushing until our teeth are in the right place. Is the mirror not on? First things first, mirror. Really just trying to get the teeth into the position. Possibly without the lattice. We might have to come back and do it that way, but I don't want to have to at the start. That might be enough. Smooth into place. Now I can just carve these teeth without affecting the rest of them. Ta-da! It's very monstrous. Just softening it a little bit. Just kind of blobbing it back out. I don't want the teeth to be too disconnected. They have too much of a gap between each tooth. It's a little better. A little bit. Well, that definitely needs to come back out. Out, 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 out. Why is it still so rough? Out. Needs to come way further out. Pinch, pinch, pinch. You like the teeth? I'm glad. Definitely looking more fierce than before. I like that ASCII art. That's cute. Just trying to polish them up a little bit and brush these teeth into submission. Crease, crease. Crease, 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 crease. That's too sharp. I think that's what that does. It's just too sharp. This one allows me to lean it a little more. Okay, we have the kind of direction to go. So we're just going to undo and redo it. Hopefully cleaner this time. Yeah, I think I like the little V's. Lumpy little teeth you have. Come here. We can fix it. I got it. I got it. That's probably a part of it, is that I'm ignoring the lip line in some of these areas. Let's get that under control. That seems to help a bit. What else does she need? I guess I could go back to working on the feet now that I'm kind of in the flow of it. Start making these toes a little bit more clawy, you know? Is it adding or not? I feel like it should be. Oh, I know what. I'm on the wrong object. Sculpty, sculpty. And topo on. Starting to get the feel for it, but it's still so over smoothed, I guess. But there's not a lot to really say that these are claws in any way. Oh goodness, this is not the way to do it, huh? How do I deal with these little claws? I know it's supposed to be like sculpting with your hands, but I really just want to put my hands through the screen because I know my hands could do it better. You know what? I feel tempted to just delete. Just erase and start over. Can I do that? Can I just be gone? This thing. Go away. It just pushes away, it doesn't really erase. Let's make some huge sweeping changes and try to clean it up from there. Smooth, smooth, smooth. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. I really just want to delete these feet somehow and start over, but I don't see anything that's just like a just cut it off and start fresh. Okay, not that, I guess. Delete, 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 delete. Delete your art. Away you go. I don't care what it takes. Get gone. Why is it? Why is it so hard to remove? Well, that ain't it. You're going to fight me to the bitter end, aren't you? It's okay. There's always edit mode. I had hoped to not have to do that. Then I'll probably have to do this again. That part's done. Now I'm just gonna try to redo this. What in the world? Okay, never mind. It seems like an important thing to have an easy way of doing, removing things. I didn't think I would get this much trouble from it. How do I do that? There's gotta be a way. I'm gonna look it up. There we go. Almost. Almost perfectly. Come on. Away, away, away. Away with you. Now we can start again. Oh, other way. Because now I have more freedom. If you start over to try something new, then I'll have to fuss with the details. Oh no, not this song. No, I don't want to feel sad right now. This was not the punch in the gut that I needed. Maybe I can try some kind of cat paw with a curved back toe. And not have to have the two big claws in the front. Just sort of lean into the more cat-like elements of this guy. Try to like pinch it together and then smooth it back out a little. And then if I like crease a couple of toe marks in, you know, not like that, of course, but just a little here and here. So it looks like kitty feet a little better. Really strong. I think I'm making these marks too strong. Doesn't give me a lot of room to iterate. Alrighty, Jojo. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope you get a chance to jump into Blender again soon. And I'd like to see what you make if you do. Maybe I can put little toe beans. Can I put little toe beans? Little toe bean. Like that. Just a thought. And then I'll have like a really big toe bean here in the back. Oh, too much blob. Too strong, I think, is what it is. Is it the fall off that I don't really like? I want it to be like adding a circle on top. Like I don't want it to fall off into a smooth thing. I don't know. I don't know. I want to make it. I just make it constant. Is it like a solid projection of sphere? I guess kinda. I don't know. Not terribly smooth. Hi, Pixel Tuner. we are working on this little critter again. We're redoing it, but sculpted this time. And what I'm trying to figure out how to do is just straight up add a blob of a circle without any fall off at all. Because I want toe beans. I want incredibly well defined toe beanery to happen right here. But it's too buttered off into the sides. It's not very crisp. You see improvement? That is good to hear. That is a relief. I'm just trying to get more familiar with some more of the tooling. What do you do? Do you do what I'm trying to do? You don't look like you do what I'm trying to do. Stronger. It's like a full strength view, like... Kinda. There's gotta be some way to not do this additively. Like, whatever's here, I want it to act upon. But the stroke itself, while I'm adding to the stroke, I don't want it to continue to cake up like that. That's how I'm getting all of this extra stuff that I have to then smooth out after the fact. If I could just knock that off. That's what I don't want you to do. And it's not the topology that I'm trying not to add, it's the stroke. See, as long as I'm going in this perfect circle and not deviating from the stroke, it is smoothly adding on top of itself. And as soon as I do this, I want this to not happen. This stuff. No, there's gotta be a thing for that. It's like if I do this, and without lifting the brush stroke, I start to do this. I don't want that bump in the middle. Nope. What is this? Oh, it's just stabilization. Okay, no, not you. Nothing up there. You can flatten it, but them's extra clicks. What I want is not extra clicks. I've seen someone do it before. I know it can be done. I just don't know what the method is. I'm trying to see if I can stumble into it blindly. It might be something to look up for later. It might not be a quick setting for that. Not any of that, for sure. What does this do? Oh, okay. That makes sense. What? Now that's funny. Trippy. I wish I had that earlier when I was trying to like extrude these toes. But now that we gave up on that, that could be cool for some like liquidy effect. I could see this being like wavy buildup of some kind of splash happening inside of the thing. That is worth remembering for later. And this is, I guess, what we had before. Okay, with a consistent buildup. Keep brush anchored. Initial location. What does that mean? Oh, whoa. Whoa. Oh, this is neat. It's not useful for this particular thing I'm trying to do, but whoa. It is kind of fun to mess with. Whoa. Okay. That is kind of neat. Curve. Oh, it's for following a curve that's been defined, huh? Airbrush. Where's the airbrush? Oh, scattered little dots. Could be a nice texture. It's not what I'm after, but it's nice. That's a bit weird. Ooh, and jumpy. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Space is what I think we were going with. And that's how we'll stay. What does that mean? Seemingly not a lot. However, I'm starting to slow down a lot. What happened? So far, so good. I wonder what that lag was. You only see in the documentation set accumulate equals off. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna search. Accumulate. Well, equals off. Okay, so not that accumulate. It must be some other accumulate hiding in some other place. This should prevent the add brush from adding on top of each other. Okay. Maybe some other way here to find it. Because it's off. I believe you. I think I need to probably look up a tutorial for it later. And for now, I'll just have to carefully build my stroke outward and then smooth it. To get my desired toe beam. Flat, 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 out. Okay, I need to be stronger. There we go. Let's try that. Nice, flattened wood bottom. Oh goodness, not all the way through. Maybe not that strong. Try this. Switch to detail flood fill before sculpting the cross. Before sculpting, go to Dentopo panel. Detail flood fill. Switch to detail flood fill. I don't know what that means. It's okay. It's okay. I've got a plan. Should go a little more inward. Like that. So I have enough room for my toe beans to come in. Cut, cut, cut. Cut, cut, cut. Cut, 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 cut. Goodness. Okay, we'll just smooth it. Smooth, smooth, smooth. We'll make another cut here in a second. Bossy little things. There you are. Blah 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 blah. Come on, add in. Blah, blah. Smooth out. Smooth, smooth, smooth. I'm probably losing the plot here, aren't I? Where? You have to be curved up more there. And curl inwards on that big toe. And then fluff outwards. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Fluff, 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 fluff. And then we'll smooth out from there. And maybe that'll do it. Now, one more attempt at toe beaning. They better be the cutest toe beans I've ever seen in my life. Try to cut a little bit of toe groove in, not too much, just a little bitty bit. How you been, Pixel Tuner? How was your weekend? Try to line this up. Maybe I can widen that groove. Is that about wide enough? Maybe. Too short. Oh no. You have to study for your exams. Oh no. I'm really sorry. Hope the studying is not too hard. I thought I was moving additively. Is it puffing outwards? That's weird. You're not supposed to do that. Knock it off. That's not what I told you to do. That's better. Not really, but you know, we're getting there. I'm working entirely too finely. Not going to give me what I'm after. Bigger radius. The thing is, you are being additive, and I'm telling you not to do that. That's not what I asked. And that's too destructive. See if I can just build up in the right amount. A little better. Maybe I can like clay strip back out the, oh goodness, you, not that way. Oh, definition of the like pad of the foot, you know what I mean? See what I'm kind of going for? And then we had like, oh, not that way. That way I'll have like one big toe bean back here. And we have a pad and a couple little beans here. And that's the plan. I just need to make them build up correctly. 1.5 years to go. You can do it, I believe. Okay, that's very heel-like. Maybe I can lift out a little more. Goodness. Okay, I'll try to widen this and grab more to flatten it back up. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I'm kind of tempted to just give up on that. Let me try to get the little bottom bean. And maybe I can plateau it to fix that uneven stroke. Nope. Nope. Also no. No, there's got to be some finer methods for these kinds of things that I'm trying to do. That's a little better. Okay. Try to define out the bottom of this a little again. Close, but not quite. Kind of there-ish, I guess. And I can kind of bring the side of the foot in. Something a little more cat-like, but not entirely. I have to fix that width there. Maybe that'll do. You found it? What'd you found? Let me see if I can give you a little. Nope. Smaller. Well, that's good for the toenail, but not quite this. Use the layer brush. Draw with a fixed height. Oh, goodness. Oh, what? Hold on. What? Okay, hold on. Okay. There's a persistent button. Okay. Maybe I can chill out on the strength. I think that's probably what's causing that weirdness. Okay, and then I draw straight across. And yes. Yeah. I think that's it. Okay. Thank you. Now when I line this up right, I should be able to get our toe beans. And a consistent height and definition. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do this a few more times just to get it right. Really, really right. And I want a constant fall off. Let's see if I can make that a bit more crisp on the side. Okay. Maybe it's not the fall off that does it. Sharp, maybe? And I'll try it a couple of times. Okay, I built up way too much. Hey, Amos. You like the topology? Just don't look at it too close, because I have not been actually paying attention to how much I'm adding to things at the moment. Oh, still too much intensity, I think. Hiya, humans. I am trying to extrude toe beans. Cute little toe beans for my cursed little critter. Maybe I'll just crease it up a little bit around the side. And plateau to smooth it. No, it's not doing it. I'm trying to avoid this weird either dip or bubble that always happens when I make a stroke. Never quite even. Clay brush plus flatten. No ban. Dintopo is set to 8. Probably drop that to 6. Okay. Seems grayed out. I wonder if it's actually letting me do it. Or if it's probably because, yeah, it's because of that. Oh, look how tiny. There we go. 8 is the only. I don't know what the safe number is. We're not flying safely today. We're just faffing about a little bit. You don't zoom in this close? You don't want perfectly sculpted toe beans? Where is it? You. Back here. Plateau. 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 Flat toe. Flat toe. Well, supposedly. Wait, you fiddled around with Magica on Linux? You tried to run it on the Steam Deck? Does it work nice on the Steam Deck? I mean, Blender, I think Blender works totally fine because like it wouldn't give you any trouble to my knowledge. I wouldn't know about its compatibility with like pressure sensitivity and stuff like that. But I think Blender would work just fine. Magica Voxel should, it's a load-bearing should work just fine. But I've tried it in some weird setups on different devices before with some trouble. I want to push the toe beans away a bit more without losing their integrity. I just want them to pop out more. Is this gonna behave if I ask it really nicely? Seems like it. Okay, I like that. I'm good with that. So far. There we go. I'm trying to give us some things to test for baking down. Like, this won't be in the low poly part of it, but it will be one of those things to check to see if the bake was worth baking or not. So, I'm gonna try. I thought that was the goal for next week's class. Nope, too fine. Let me try to zoom out. Let me give my camera a little bit of whiplash. And I think that's good. Probably a million tries in that flip. Maybe I can give them little clawsies too. There was something I did a second ago that was very much like giving claw way better than like a blob tool and trying to pull it taut. Maybe that. That's a maybe. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, another deep dive into Conjure. I hope I get to see John. I want a chance to find out about Conjure methods and use cases. Good little toe. A little claw. And just add a little bit more size to it. All right, and the next one. Cute. One more. Little toe. Little toe. There we are. Got some clawsies. It's like 10 minutes after we left. I know. I'm sorry. Had to go get food. So all of the trains and the buses where I'm at right now are on strike. So that means like we have some extra delays on everything, and a lot of small businesses are suffering because nobody can really afford to go into town. And I sympathize with the metro workers on strike, but I wish we could do like they do in Japan when their train workers go on strike, and they can just let people use the trains and not charge them, so that certain services can still be run. So all of that is neither here nor there, but like to say meeting up with people has become a little bit more difficult lately. And I have to be like on the run just in case the train's down and I can't get there. You were walking down the stairs of university after writing your final exam and you were so tired you didn't feel like celebrating. No! You've got to have like one little hoorah. Just one little thing. To be like, I did it! I survived! Oh, should I press retopo at this point? Is it dangerous? I think I'm gonna do it, just to see what happens. Nope. Oh, I lost my toes. Okay. Ooh, that's too fine. Let's try this. I keep some of the toes. I feel like I'm just gonna leave it alone. You avoid the metro and walk to school on Mondays and Tuesdays? 45 minutes for a walk is a good walk, though. Oh, hi, Captain Malin, over on YouTube. Thank you. We're re-sculpting our little creature from Halloween. And I think we got it to a good spot. I'm just trying to refine on some things now. "45 minutes is a good walk, though. Unless it's the dead of winter, and then I don't really want to walk for that long. But I am a creature of warm weather. So. Oh, wait. I need that back. Can I just have that back? Thank you. Ugh. When did I lose that nice crease anyway? Messy. Messy. I want to flatten this area up a bit. I'm not sure how to... Can I layer down on you? Kinda? I think maybe blob negative is the way to go here. No. I kind of just want to delete this whole triangle of area. I'm not really sure if I can, like, just cut straight through like that. Yeah, I don't want to let people down, but I can't go to too many birthday parties. So I hear you, Dom. I hear you on that. Yeah, I'll just make little grabs. Like that. Nope. That ain't it. A little more leg-like. There we go. Maybe I can smooth that down. You'll have another birthday party. Maybe, probably. That sounds so grim, Moss. I'll be at your next birthday party. If you have one. I would just be freaking out like, what do you know that I don't know? What do you know that I don't know? What happens at my next birthday? Okay, just smooth, 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 smooth. Can't do that if you have great friends, yeah. Oof, that is too sharp. Too sharp. I'm gonna just pull the arch of the foot into something archier. Is that gonna give me trouble? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It's overworked enough. Maybe I can pull some of the crease back into this area that we kind of yanked around a lot earlier. What happened there? And just fluff it back out a little bit. Oh goodness, what did I do? Huh. Let me try a clay strip or something. Whoa. Way too strong. What is that even doing? It's not doing what I'd like, that's for sure. Where's a layer? I think that might be a bit better. Oh, in the other direction. There. Maybe that's what I need to do, just sort of puff out. Whoa! Oh, goodness. I don't think I like the zoom level affecting the detail that it's going to add. Can I not do that? Oh! Nope. Nope. More. More. That seems tolerable. Okay. Maybe I can smooth it from there. No. I need to add some of that webbing back in. Can I pull it? And pull it away to the back so we keep our little curve going. Alright, now you lumpy thing. Time to smooth up. Just keep adding numbers over here until I mess everything up. And I'll try to crease that back in. Did I grab the wrong crease? There we are. Does someone have any idea what to model as a pattern for a negative pressure process? Negative pressure process. Always hot dog. Okay, kind of defines that back out. And just tidy up this bit of spine. And a little back here too. Behold, my lumpy child. All toothy grin and bushy tail. I think that's a good enough spot for now, and then later I can make the low poly version, and then we'll have a Sculpey version and a low poly version I can bake stuff down onto. Go ahead and save it. And then I guess we'll call it a day. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I hope y'all have an excellent rest of your day. As for Pixel Tuner's idea, I think like ornate furniture, like pixel frame or picture frames with like carved frame details and stuff. That would be my guess. But yeah, have an awesome evening, and I'll be back tomorrow to do the retopo and maybe texturing. I don't know. And play with the new YouTube Paint update, because I want to check that out too. Alright, where's my OBS? There we are. Goodbye now.